Welcome, and thanks so much for clicking on today's video. Today, I did run into some trouble. Actually, my hard drive died, so I had to take care of that. So I'm sorry if things sound a little funky. I'm having to re-download, restart everything, lost everything. So I hope you guys can stick with me through this because I know we might have some faulty things going on in this video. I hope we do not. I really hope we don't, but I hope that I'm able to give you some helpful information. I'm going to give you those updated daily expected moves. Those daily expected moves proving to work very, very well today, as we did see the very, very probable thing come out today as we go to that upward daily expected move. But something very, very big has happened here. We have confirmed on the daily MACD to the upside, really close to that center line, as we have seen a lot of consolidation and one even failure of those cross ups. Now we're by the center line, and are people going to be faked out here? Is NVIDIA going to shake things up? Because with this confirmation, you would expect to be able to break this range. So let's get into some technical analysis here today. Let's look at the SPY, Qs, and IWM and get you guys some updated daily expected moves. We're going to go into volatility as well, but as this daily chart has crossed up really close to the center line, it is one more day away from going positive. This is a confirmation. This is a bullish confirmation because we are so close to the center line. You can call this a bullish confirmation as we sit here, and it means we are going to attempt, the bulls are going to attempt to break through this level. Now, it is important to understand some things going on with the market right now, as in NVIDIA earnings. I think everyone's paying attention to those NVIDIA earnings, but we're going to go into the 2-hour chart here, give you guys those updated daily expected moves. Remember what we were commenting on yesterday was the fact that, yes, a couple videos ago, we were suggesting, okay, this could be a rejection higher low for the 2-hour chart. But me personally, you can go back in the video and hear my preferences. I prefer to see that little cross down on the MACD that crosses back up to really tell me, like, yes, this is highly probable to be a higher low. This is a confirmed higher low with the signals, and to see that proven in the charts, I kind of misspoke yesterday when I said that. To see that proven in the charts, it'll prove itself by making a new high above this one right here. So very, very nice to see that as we get here, because this is a 2-hour higher low. What is a 2-hour higher low? A 2-hour higher low is kind of like a 2-hour divergence, but sometimes even better because you're at that higher position. But that is a signal that suggests we can curl up the daily chart. So going into today, yesterday's information came to fruition. We actually were able to follow through. We were able to confirm on the daily chart. Now, that's going to be a big deal. And we noticed that even with this big update, volatility was not down by more than 10%. So you do not have an 85% chance for a down day in the next 2 trading sessions. But we're going to go thoroughly into the 2-hour and the 30-minute chart. Once again, if the 2-hour chart's able to cross here, it's not necessarily a good thing, but we do have daily expected moves to help us out today. So 699.67 to the upside, 686.63 to the downside. This is calculated using the options data. It is a 68% zone. So you will land and close the day outside of these 32% of the time. And the Qs actually did that today with that nice little bullish push. So very, very nice from this to start off. But we do notice that the 2-hour was able to go positive. Now, if that were to just cross right down, it would be by that center line. You would be cautious at that moment, but we do have that gap below we could take care of. So I think the 30-minute chart is going to be very important for potentially tomorrow. If we do not continue to squeeze, the squeeze is always on the table because that 2 hour is pointing in the upward direction. If we do not squeeze to the upside and see that 699.67, see a breakout of this level, that would be a fantastic thing. Well, then you would be looking for a potential pullback. Now, what would that be? Would that be a pullback that says, hey, we're going to plummet to the floor? Would that be, are we going to see that from volatility at the end of this video when we go over it? Are we going to see a signal that's going to say we plummet through the floor? Or should we not read into everything on Twitter and just use our skills and say, how high up is this MACD? It is very, very elevated. How much, by elevated, I mean, how much room is there to the center line for the bulls to catch this, right? So as far as price action goes, you have made the new high. So even if you do cross down here for the 30-minute chart, you'd be paying attention to your daily expected move. You'd be paying attention to the gap fill. You'd be paying attention to the center of the gap as well. This area right down in here will be very, very nice to watch. If the 30-minute is able to even pull down to these levels, you would say that a continuation would be the most probable thing as of right now, especially as you are above that 5-day and you're very, very close to breaking out, and the daily chart was able to confirm today. So unless we see some major disruption from NVIDIA, unless we see some kind of wild out of left field thing like a black swan moment, then the charts here are suggesting that even if you do cross down right here on the 30-minute chart, it would continue in that upward direction. The way that we're able to fall down from here is you would have to start to see a lower high. You would have to see some kind of little divergence in this area that tells you the 2 hour is going to cross down. You do not see that. That means the price action is with the bulls. The technicals here are with the bulls as well. This is something that you really want to be watching for, especially as you have probably been seeing all over social media. People say crash, 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 crash. That's why we put out the macro video. If you can go check it out, the macro video was put out last Saturday on YouTube. It was put out an entire week and a half ago on Patreon. That's where we discussed our argument for why the market could do something very irrational here and set some kind of macro bull trap. And now it looks like we're heading to the upside where we can start to do just that. But right now, the most important thing going into tomorrow, the space between the center line is very, very big. So you would want to be paying attention. If we do even pull back, if we squeeze, we can squeeze easily from this position. But if we do see some kind of downward move here, the signals are suggesting that would be just a 30-minute pullback that would continue to the upside, meaning it might be an opportunity. Now we're getting into the Qs, and notice where that daily expected move got to 625.30, right at that weekly expected move. That's what you would expect. With a confirmation on the 2 hour like this saying, yes, we are going to say this is a higher low with the double bottom, trying to break through these levels, right? We still need to break through that for price action. But as of right now, this would suggest this is a higher low. And so a continuation move, you would expect that to be able to get to a weekly expected move. We'll see if we're able to do that. But the 30-minute chart is going to be critical here for the Qs. We're going to do a lot of things, right? So the daily chart today, right, we were able to close outside of the daily expected move. Very, very nice from the bulls. And if we pull back here, how dangerous would it be for a stock market crash? Well, if we look at the daily scale, once again, we have crossed up. We can roll that at any point while we're negative, and that is risky. But as of right now, the 2 hour chart's pointing in that positive direction. The daily chart just confirmed up, and the 30-minute is in such a positive trend down here on your MACD. You have so much space down here that you would say that the most probable thing, even if you did cross down, is to potentially go all the way to that daily expected move, considering where that gap fill is. So if you do curl to the downside here on the 30-minute and you're able to confirm in that upward direction while you are positive, that is a signal really telling you that by Friday, we can go up to that 625.08. Now, it's not to be ignorant. That would be a potential opportunity. We don't know if that's actually going to cross down tomorrow because as of right now, squeeze is still on the table for the Qs. Now, that's going to be very dependent on NVIDIA earnings. And we see that the IWM's in a little bit of a different spot, a little bit more difficult spot, not as much room to the center line. So a little bit more caution with this one. But we do notice that if we came down to these levels, it would be a nice retest of those buyers. So as long as we remain by that center line and curl into positive territory, we can always test this high, go make a new one. But we're not crossed down right now. So daily expected moves, we can pay attention to that for the downside. 261.54 for a 30-minute pullback. See if it's able to curl into positive territory for another extension. 267.62 if we want to squeeze. And the 2 hour chart was able to confirm and able to go positive. So the very easy risky signal for IWM is if the 2 hour is able to curl down here. I don't necessarily want to be bullish at that point. If we're able to remain positive and continue to see positive things, maybe just getting a 30-minute pullback or something like that, then we would say this bullishness is going to continue. Here we go. Now you're seeing the other picture that we posted to Patreon. Even though my stuff was, crashing, right? I didn't have pretty much didn't have a computer for the day. My work computer's hard drive just completely failed. It's dead. So I woke up to make a video for Patreon and it died. That's unfortunate, but rocks do come in our stream in real life as well, right? So we have to move around those rocks. And I was able to get it fixed, but not everything's downloaded. And obviously the settings are all wacky. So I do apologize if this video did not sound the best or anything like that. But we do see the daily confirmation of the downside. Something we'll be very aware of is if this is able to curl up again. There is a lot of room to the center line, but what you want to see here is exactly what you're getting. We told you this yesterday. You want to see this really start to break down. You want to see a nice squeeze here, in my opinion. The daily chart being able to cross down, this makes total sense. The SPY able to curl up, the Q is able to curl up, IWM, I believe, even able to curl up. This is a very, very good thing for the bulls at this point. And this signal initially is going to negate a lot of the crash narrative for a bit of time, unless we're able to carve out a daily higher low. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But this is great because the 2 hour was able to break through those critical levels. That's fantastic for volatility. This means that most likely we will see continued upside. Now, we're always willing to leave that 1% guy on our shoulder that says, even if I'm 99% bullish in this case, because of the volatility signals confirming down, because of the SPY confirming up, because of the positive trend from the 30-minute on the SPY, the Qs, and IWM saying we're going to continue, I always will have that guy on my shoulder saying, well, what is the risky thing I can pay attention to? If the 2 hour is able to whip up very early on tomorrow, I would be slightly cautious, but it is breaking below those levels, suggesting if we do get a reaction up, that reaction will likely fail. You are pretty negative here, not too negative by any means, but that is very probable. So what we can do is we can do our homework, right? We can use our skills and say, how do we see if this 2 hour is able to curl up or has a high probability of curling up tomorrow? We pull up that 30-minute chart and you notice you see no divergence down here. You see no divergence here. You see no higher low down here. You see no higher low over here, and you don't see that in the bars either. So this does suggest that if we do see any kind of volatility tomorrow, it most likely will just be a bounce for volatility and a pullback for the SPY. So the most probable situation, I like to, when we get to these type of levels on the RSI for the 30-minute, I like to say that a pullback would be invited, right? Taking care of the gap right away to then curl back up into positive territory would be very probable, but it looks like a squeeze or a pullback down to the daily expected move would be the two most probable situations, understanding that if the 2 hour does cross down, that it is a little bit more risky, right? So those are the things that I'm really paying attention to going into tomorrow. I'm sorry for the mishap with technology, but we were able to solve it. I was able to just, turn it into a good day with the girls, see a few family friends and things like that. So it was still a fantastic day for me, even though that hard drive did bust out on me. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope that everything was able to be heard in here. I hope everything enough that you can consume it. But overall, I just wanted to get you guys some daily expected moves and talk about that nice confirmation we had today, the nice follow through that the 2 hour chart said was highly, highly probable. Very nice. Let's see what happens from here and look for more updates tomorrow. Peace out, guys.